Hi, I'm Tate Mayberry, and today I will be demonstrating how to shoot a bow. Have you ever wanted to be able to shoot like Katniss with a green arrow, pick up any bow you wanted and make any shot possible? Bow and arrows have been around for a very long time, starting with sticks and strings, coming all the way out with compound bows to where we are now. There are 4 easy steps to shooting a bow, but before we get into that, we'll get into the basics. There are many types of arrows, but the 2 main types are 3-fletched and 4-fletched. The fletchings are these little feathers on top that help keep the arrow stable flying through the air. The next thing we can get into is heads. This is a field tip head used for sighting in bows. The next are broadheads, which are used for hunting. There are fixed bladed broadheads like this one, or mechanical broadheads which go in and then open up inside of the animal. The next thing we'll talk about is stabilizers. Stabilizers screw onto your bow and have a variety of different weights that help equal them all out. The stabilizers keep the bow sturdy in your hand so you don't have to worry about rocking while you shoot. Now we'll get into our first step, the draw of the bow. The draw of the bow is a process of pulling it back, creating tension through the string, which is going to make you be able to launch your arrow forward. After knocking your arrow and clicking on your release, drawing back is a process of pulling it back. There are many factors in drawing your bow. There are draw length and what people call pull. Your draw length is set off your wingspan, and your pull is set off of how strong you are and how far you want to shoot. Making shots like that is really easy when you have all these things fine-tuned. The next thing we'll talk about is stability. We already talked about the stabilizer screwing in and out of the bow and having a variety of different lengths. There is also a bubble inside your target which can help you level out shots to make sure you're shooting straight and even. The next thing we'll talk about is release. The release is this piece that clips onto your hand and allows you to pull the bow back and then let the string go. When you release a bow or an arrow, you don't want to just slap your release, which creates shaking and an uneven shot. You want to gently apply pressure and let the arrow fly. The last thing we'll talk about is aiming. Aiming comes from using this, what we call a peep sight, which is a small little ring on the string, and then lining it up with this neon ring around your main sight. In the main sight, there are many different pins. You can set these pins for different yardages of shots. My first pin is 20, my next one is 30, 40, and 50 yards. This allows me to be able to shoot targets and animals at different lengths. That is all I have for my speech today. Are there any questions?
What type of broadhead would you prefer using when you're hunting?
I like using these mechanical broadheads compared to these fixed-bladed broadheads because these are more aerodynamic and they don't open up until they're inside of the animal, which allows for a quicker, cleaner kill. Are there any other questions? Thank you for your time. Hopefully you'll be able to shoot a bow like Katniss now.